Some of the highest paying online jobs right now are the ones nobody ever talks about because they look too boring to be worth anyone's time. Yet those same jobs are quietly paying people more than many college degree careers. No hype, no fancy brand, no viral skills, just simple work that companies desperately need, but can't automate, outsource, or convince enough people to do. And that's where things get interesting. While the internet keeps shouting about dropshipping, crypto, and becoming an influencer, there's a whole category of online work that flies completely under the radar. These are the jobs that don't look exciting on TikTok, won't impress your friends at a party, and probably won't make for an inspirational Instagram bio. But they offer something far more valuable: high pay, zero spotlight, low stress, and constant demand. Right now, remote companies are growing faster than the pool of people willing to do the unglamorous work that keeps everything running. As a result, some of the quietest online roles are turning into absolute gold mines. And the best part, most of them don't require a degree, a portfolio, or any kind of social media presence. Just patience and the willingness to do what everybody else ignores. Today on Mr. Globe TV, we're counting down 7 boring but in-demand online jobs that pay really well. The simple, overlooked online careers that can completely change your income without changing your personality. If you're ready to discover the jobs that reward consistency more than charisma, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because by the end of this list, you might realize you've been chasing the wrong online opportunities all along. Number 7. Data Annotation Specialist. Data annotation is the kind of job most people scroll past because it doesn't look exciting. No glamorous laptop lifestyle, no dramatic deadlines, no "I'm building the future" speeches. Yet ironically, this is the job that actually builds the future, just very quietly. When an AI model identifies a cat, a car, a human face, or the difference between a banana and a croissant, guess who taught it? Not the engineers. Not the algorithms. People like you. A data annotation specialist labels images, tags video clips, categorizes text, and marks patterns so AI models can learn. And the best part? You can do it from absolutely anywhere. A cafe, a bedroom, a beach, a bus. If your laptop has oxygen nearby, you're good. This is one of the few online jobs where a passport doesn't matter and a college degree means exactly zero. If you can follow instructions and stay consistent, you're already ahead of half the applicants. Tech companies, and we're talking the massive ones, are pouring billions into AI development. But here's the twist. They still can't automate the part you do. AI cannot reliably teach itself what's right or wrong without human guidance. It needs accuracy, nuance, and decisions rooted in common sense. Basically, AI needs adults in the room. And that's why data annotation pays surprisingly well for something so repetitive. Every label you create shapes how a machine will act, speak, and understand the world. It's slow work, but it powers million-dollar models, and companies are willing to pay for people who get it right. Data annotation proves a simple truth. Sometimes the most boring jobs are the ones quietly steering the entire tech industry. Number 6. Online Content Moderator. If the internet were a giant chaotic city, content moderators would be the night shift sanitation workers, the ones who keep everything livable while everyone else pretends things magically stay clean on their own. It's not glamorous, and it's definitely not the job people dream about as kids, but that's exactly why it pays well. Nobody wants to do it, so there's almost no competition. An online content moderator scans posts, comments, images, and videos to decide what stays and what absolutely needs to disappear before it traumatizes half the platform. And because this role is essential for user safety and brand reputation, it comes with something rare in the online world: high job security. Platforms don't gamble with lawsuits, PR disasters, or viral scandals. They need moderators every single day. The beauty of this job is that it's incredibly entry-level friendly. You don't need a degree, fancy certifications, or a portfolio. If you can follow guidelines, stay calm under pressure, and keep your sense of humor intact while scrolling through human nonsense, you're qualified. Companies like Meta, TikTok, YouTube, and Discord hire moderators non-stop because billions of users produce billions of posts, and someone has to be the referee. And here's the irony. While influencers chase fame, content moderators quietly earn steady paychecks and stable hours by doing the one job that actually makes those platforms functional. Online content moderation is a job people underestimate, until they realize how much the entire internet depends on the folks working behind the curtain. Number 5. Virtual bookkeeper. Virtual bookkeeping is one of those jobs that sounds intimidating, right up until you realize that training takes weeks, not years, and most of the work is just organizing numbers so businesses don't accidentally set themselves on fire financially. It's simple, methodical, and strangely satisfying if you enjoy order, clarity, and the occasional victory of finding a receipt that saves someone thousands of dollars. The real secret? Freelance bookkeeping is incredibly lucrative. While traditional employees earn decent salaries, freelancers set their own rates, often $300 to $800 per client per month. And because businesses need bookkeeping every single month, this job offers something online workers dream of: recurring income. Land 5 clients and you're typically earning more than many full-time office workers without ever stepping into an office. This job is perfect for anyone who's naturally detail-oriented, the kind of person who catches typos in menus, straightens crooked picture frames, or mentally corrects someone's math mid-sentence. Bookkeeping rewards that mindset. In fact, the most successful virtual bookkeepers aren't math geniuses. They're people who simply enjoy things being in the right place. And unlike many online careers, bookkeeping isn't a trend. It's not going away. Businesses need financial clarity, no matter what the economy is doing, and most small business owners would rather hire a bookkeeper than wrestle with spreadsheets themselves. Virtual bookkeeping is one of the few online jobs that offers stability, freedom, and long-term income, all while being delightfully boring in the best possible way. Number 4. Remote compliance assistant. If you've ever been the person who reads instructions before assembling furniture, congratulations, you're already spiritually aligned with compliance work. A remote compliance assistant spends their day checking policies, reviewing documents, and making sure every rule is followed exactly as written. Yes, it's boring in the same way alphabetizing a bookshelf is boring, but it's also strangely peaceful and deeply important. Here's why it pays so well. Companies face massive fines for the tiniest mistakes. One unchecked policy, one missing signature, one outdated document, and suddenly a business is writing a check they didn't budget for. So they pay people extremely well to prevent disaster quietly in the background. We're talking $30 to $60 an hour to make sure everyone behaves. This job requires zero creativity, which is a relief for anyone tired of pretending to be an outside-the-box thinker. Compliance is proudly inside the box, checking rules, updating files, tracking changes, and keeping everything neat, legal, and audit-ready. The tasks are stable and predictable, the kind you can do with a cup of tea beside you and soft music in the background. And because so much compliance work is digital now, this is a remote-friendly corporate job. You get the paycheck and structure of the corporate world without the commute, the dress code, or the awkward break room small talk. Remote compliance assistance earns its place because it proves something refreshing. You don't need excitement to earn great money. Sometimes you just need the ability to follow rules better than everyone else. Number 3. Online customer support representative. Online customer support might be the most underestimated job on the internet. It doesn't sound glamorous at all. Email replies, chat messages, and helping people figure out why their login isn't working. That's it. No drama. No performance, just steady, predictable communication. And that's exactly why companies pay well for it. Businesses can't survive without someone answering customers 24/7, and humans still prefer talking to, well, humans. This role is one of the easiest ways to break into remote work. No degree required, minimal training, and plenty of non-phone options for people who prefer typing over talking. If you've ever helped a friend reset a password or walked someone through basic steps, congratulations, you've already done half the job. The other half is simply staying patient while someone insists their screen is broken, only for you to discover their Wi-Fi wasn't on. The demand never drops because customers never stop needing help. Whether it's holiday shopping rushes, new product launches, or chaotic promotional events, companies always need more hands on deck. And when things get extra busy, overtime pay becomes very real, very fast. Some reps earn double during peak seasons just by being available. The real bonus? Many major companies offer full benefits, even for remote support workers. We're talking health insurance, paid time off, retirement plans, the full package for a job you can do in slippers. Online customer support is the perfect blend of easy entry, steady income, and long-term demand. A boring job that pays shockingly well for simply helping people one message at a time. Number 2. SEO Content Auditor. SEO content auditing is one of those jobs that sounds painfully dull on the surface. Checking website pages, fixing broken links, reviewing keywords, spotting outdated information, and making sure everything is Google-friendly. It's repetitive, methodical, and requires the same kind of patience you'd need to untangle a pair of headphones from 2008. But that boring part is exactly why it pays so well. Here's the truth. Businesses lose real money the moment Google stops ranking them. One broken page, one missing tag, one outdated article, and suddenly visitors disappear, sales drop, and panic emails start flying. To avoid that disaster, companies pay SEO content auditors $25, $80 an hour to keep everything polished, updated, and optimized. This job doesn't require creativity, just focus and consistency. In fact, the best auditors aren't flashy writers or marketing gurus. They're people who notice details others overlook, who get oddly satisfied when fixing tiny errors, and who understand that Google has the personality of a strict librarian with high standards. The barrier to entry is surprisingly low. Free training exists everywhere online, from YouTube to SEO blogs to Google's own courses. Learn the basics, practice on a few sample pages, and you're already more qualified than most applicants. And here's the hidden gold mine. Once you get good at auditing, you can turn this into a full agency service. Businesses constantly need content updated, websites checked, and SEO reports delivered. One client becomes two becomes five, and suddenly you're running a quiet but very profitable operation. SEO content transforms patience into income, proving that sometimes the least exciting tasks create the most stable and scalable careers online. Number 1. Data Quality Specialist, the goldmine job. Data quality specialists are the unsung heroes of the online world. Their job? Review spreadsheets, fix errors, validate data, and make sure nothing important slips through the cracks. Yes, it sounds mind-numbingly boring. It is mind-numbingly boring. And that's exactly why it's the highest-paying boring online job in the world, with rates ranging from $30 to $100 an hour for people who simply make sure data is correct. Here's the part most people don't realize. Data powers every decision modern companies make. Marketing campaigns, product launches, financial forecasts, customer behavior. None of it works if the data feeding the system is wrong. One incorrect number can cost a business thousands of dollars or millions. And because companies know this, they desperately need someone who double-checks everything with the intensity of a detective who doesn't trust anybody. This role is wonderfully quiet and behind the scenes. No Zoom presentations, no team pep talks, no pretending to circle back or sync up with coworkers. You don't deal with customers, clients, or the general public at all. In fact, most data quality specialists work independently and simply submit clean, accurate data that the company can rely on. What makes this job even better is how low the barrier to entry is. You don't need a degree, you don't need advanced tech skills, you just need patience, precision, and the ability to catch errors that most people overlook. And because there's so much sloppy data floating around the internet, the demand is absolutely massive. Data quality specialist earns its spot because it turns something simple and quiet into something extremely valuable. It's the perfect example of how a boring online job can become the backbone of entire companies, while paying far more than anyone expects. And that brings us all the way down to number 1. We've gone through a full lineup of online jobs that may not be glamorous, exciting, or Instagram-worthy, but they're absolutely in demand, and they pay far better than most people expect. From steady support roles to behind-the-scenes data work, these are the careers quietly shaping the future of remote income. The truth is simple. You don't need hype to earn online. You don't need viral skills, flashy credentials, or a personality built for the spotlight. Sometimes the most boring jobs end up being the most stable, the most profitable, and the most future-proof. If you found this countdown helpful or eye-opening, thank you for watching and for supporting the channel. Your time means a lot, and videos like this wouldn't be possible without you. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which job surprised you the most? Which one would you actually try? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every one. And before you go, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you never miss the next Smart Money Breakdown. More practical, high-paying online income ideas are coming your way. Stay tuned.